Going, dude? Going, Russ? Good to see you, man. Or good for you to see me. Gonna be taking a look at the video of Captain Reinhardt and myself's interview about the trespass that happened at the Department of Children and Family Services. McDonald, yeah. Officer McDonald's. I did. Yeah, I got past it. Barely. Barely scraped by. So yeah, I took me a little while to get this video from Mount Vernon. I had to end up getting the thumb drive. Um, so we're going to go over the video from the Mount Vernon Police Department and what they done to train their officers. Um, I also have video. I should have probably cut that video in with this one of city manager, that the conversation we had, but I'll probably do that when I go back to the Department of Children and Family Services. But yeah, I got this video yesterday or the day before, and try to keep you guys updated as this goes along, because I know it's hard to follow on some of this stuff. So this one, we can try to cross it off the list because now they've been trained. Now they've been rectified. They've rectified the situation. They've let all their officers know um, that we have a right to do it, and that even if someone owns like if they own the property and they lease it out to a public entity, then it becomes public access, and we can go in there and conduct our business. And you'll hear him sorry, not detective, Captain Reinhardt explained a little bit. And uh, but yeah, we can cross this off our list. The other things that we're going to have going on this month, the 27th, I have a uh, sit down with the Saline County State's Attorney's Office, 10:30 on the 27th. And the 22nd, I have court for the Jefferson County, where I was unlawfully arrested for recording in the circuit clerk's office. As you've seen in many of my videos, I go in all kinds of circuit clerk's offices and do a bunch of these. Uh, so it's not illegal to go in there and record and get records. They're just misinformed. And yeah, hopefully we'll get an interview with the state's attorney in Saline County. We've talked to other ones. They don't have a problem with it. So appreciate y'all for joining me. Yeah, absolutely. Need two years of constitutional training before being allowed being certified. Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of them don't know very much about our constitutional rights. But yeah, let me flip this around here and we'll get into this video a little bit.
Sorry, it took us a while to get the I misread something and then thankfully you followed up and read the right comment.
Yeah. Yeah, it's, well, the first day I came here, get drunk.
Okay, then we got to take care of it. So basically, I've got your complaint, original, even brief complaint, but, if you would just take me through what happened and what your issues are.
Yeah, well, I was out there, just recording, I was doing a little story on the Department of Children and Family Services. Can y'all hear it? And, at first I didn't have any issues, I was just walking around. When I came up to I went through like 2 or 3 buildings out there, because there's several buildings, I don't know if you're aware of the establishments. Thank you. Yeah, there's several places out there that are actually public, and there's one private establishment. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't just stream from the laptop. I actually don't have this laptop connected to the Wi-Fi here. When I came up to the Department of Children and Family Services, the security guard came outside and told me I couldn't get in. I told him I was actually there to do a FOIA request, and I was going to get some public records from that department. And I'd already been on the website. I'd already been to a different location that did the exact same thing. I did this all over. I know exactly what I'm doing. And he told me he was going to call law enforcement. I told him that was fine. I was waiting for them and stay out there. And thank you, Big Muddy News. Came and told me it was state support land. I kind of working back on that because I know that statute very well. And there's one there coming and supervisor has escalated the situation. And McDonald, was right away telling me I had to leave. But I had the whole video. I should have watched it before I came. But what he done was, just terrible. And so he violated the right to. Yes, it is. So that's my first complaint. Then my second complaint is that he followed me to my vehicle, which I already said that I was going to leave, which he could have just ended it there. You know what I mean? I was walking off the property, I was leaving. Instead of ending it there, he runs my license plate, without a crime. You know what I mean? I was leaving. He then gets my information, and then he shares it with the Department of Children and Family Services. And I don't know if he, shared it with Withers. I'm sure he probably did. Department of Children and Family Services then makes a report about me. It's not professional to do that. Because I was just exercising rights.
Well, as far as running your plates.
Yeah, that's not.
Everyone has right to run your plates.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But sharing my information with them is not
right.
Professional. Yeah, they made a profile on me because I had the Robert Duvall. He's the chief security Southern region.
Okay.
I had him come contact me at the Marion location and told me that that's how he got me my information. And they made a profile on me. And, now they go around striking all my videos and which, that's not professional of him to do. I know running my plates is not illegal. So this is, that's public. But, sharing my information. This is the, trespass at the Department of Children and Family Services. This is, that officer getting taken care of for illegally trespassing.
As far as that, that's been corrected and actually there's been agency, just for your own knowledge. Since that incident, we have reminded and make sure all of our officers are aware of your rights as far as that situation goes. So you don't run into that again with one of our guys. So,
Yeah, we appreciate that.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's just a misconception when it comes to, public and private property. And then the whole state supported land. I think a lot of them, they read that first paragraph and then they stop because there's subsections to it, you know what I mean? I don't know if you've read it.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, there's subsections to it, and, a lot of them stop right there and they see that, they think that they can just trespass anyone from that, and it's like if they weren't verbally warned, that that's it. No, you have to be, obstructing one's enjoyment of that property, for one, and it's not like a government employee. You have to
Yes, it
be,
is.
obstructing their enjoyment of their property. It has to be, private citizen, not that I would have to be doing it. No,
We appreciate it, Kelly.
Statute very well, so. Yeah, I think that misconception is like state support land, we can trespass anyone with that. And I think that's the first officer that started saying. And I think that the sergeant just, thinks I got this badge on, I can just run anybody off, and that's kind of what I wanted to, stress here is like, I think you guys done a very good job of like, walk us back. So, yeah, I mean, I appreciate when.
And he was, and that's no excuse for it, is that the part where, and some of our officers were on this understanding that even though the land is privately owned by Withers, it's leased by DCFS. So the walls fall under that. And they were going back to their training on thinking it's privately owned. And that's why we made sure we were trained to make sure everybody we don't in the future.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Or, obviously I would have went after that officer, and try to do something like that. That's not, it's about education. And, or I would have just took the arrest, and try to do something there.
No, we didn't arrest you.
No.
Oh, okay,
No, I said I would have just took the
Oh,
arrest.
you would push you could have pushed the issue there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'm saying, it's like, am I missing something here? So I didn't know we addressed the issue.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of people get that misconception, like people like me are just trying to do it for, the wrong issues. And it's not. It's about, trying to get people educated in this, try to come to an understanding between, citizens and law enforcement.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I do. So.
Okay.
Yeah, that's basically my complaint. It's just, he didn't, being professional.
What outcome would you like to see from this? Or how can we, like you said,
Right.
what more would you like us to do? Like I said, he's been reprimanded for it. We've took steps to educate. How would you like this to help resolve this?
Well, how was he reprimanded?
Well, he was a counseling. He was brought in by commanding chief. It's like, hey, can't be doing that. You yourself, citizens, have these rights. And then from there on, that's when we rolled out to everybody. Everybody was given the law. Hey, this is what needs to be done.
Okay, because I did make a complaint with the state's attorney general on him. I don't know if that would go anywhere, but
Typically not. So, typically, unless on its face, typically they relegate it back to us, the local agency, and then they'll check in with us. And then if they feel we haven't rose to our level, they could go further. But typically they just defer to the agency, unless they say on its face, like, it was super heinous, yeah.
yeah, I mean, a lot of these, some of these smaller agencies, I didn't know you guys had an IA. And when I talked to the city manager afterwards, I found out that you guys did. So yeah, that's appreciated that you guys at least, let your officers know that, we actually have rights. I think it's called a GSA, a lease agreement. And, tried to pull all those, which I'll have to, really have to go back out there and like stir the pot. So I tried to do it, via email and pull that lease agreement between them and Withers. But I've had a little bit of a problem, so I might have to actually go to the actual office and pull that. But, yeah, I'm glad that you guys are, following up. I actually had a similar problem in, West Frankfort, and, they trained all their officers on the first minute they claimed. So, yeah, I mean, that's what this is about education, so.
We call counseling, and then I can even probably tell you the date that. This was October.
So I wonder what is,
It won.
crap. Hit the wrong thing.
I don't know if that is going anywhere, but.
Typically not so.
I wonder what is,
Typically,
wonder what his counseling was, you know what I mean? Oh, don't do that anymore. Oh, you know what I mean? Like, what kind of counseling are they going to give him for violating someone's rights? I mean, I wonder if they just sit him down and told him, hey, next time you do this, you're probably going to be in some trouble, or do it this way. I mean, I'm just wondering what the counseling was in that situation. And they say they trained all their officers, but I mean, you got them bad officers that are still going to go out there and do what they want to do in certain situations. So.
I'm glad you guys looked at I think it's called a GSA, via email, via actual office, similar problem, and,
date that. This was October.
November 1st is,
The 27th.
Oh, probably not. Just a little slap on the hand, you know what I mean? Oh, don't do that anymore. Bad boy. Oh, it'll continue to happen. I guarantee it.
He was spoken to, and then also copy of the statute in the law, and even the city has an attorney on resources, and even their opinion and that's where they specified that even though it was the privately owned, if a government entity leases it, it falls under the law.
yeah.
And so that was a big thing. My understanding is where a lot of confusion in this came from. Now, I can't speak for Sergeant McDonald's behavior. That's unacceptable. I mean, everybody should be treated professionally and courteously, no matter what. But as far as some of our younger officers, the ignorance, they have been educated. And even some of us old guys need reminded too. So.
Yeah, I mean, people have bad days, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't hold it against you.
Yeah.
I don't just know nothing bad,
I mean, I can, I'll follow up in an email, and I can give you the specific dates.
Yeah, it's no problem.
And go from there. But yeah, like I said, I value everybody's rights. I mean, and when I'm not here, I'm a citizen,
Yeah,
you know, and like I said, we don't want any conflict. We want everybody to feel safe in our community and
Yeah, that's obvious. I see it from your top up, or
Yep.
top down.
Yep.
Yeah, so, yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, it's obvious.
So, what more can I do to satisfy you, or what can?
No, I mean, you've done a great job.
Okay.
I think that, You know, I think it's evident that you guys, respect our rights. I mean,
Yep.
so.
Yeah, within, like I said, I'll be able to tell you that, I mean, less than a week, within 4 days, maybe 5 tops, we had that information pushed out to all our officers. Hey, a reminder, this is how this works. This is your rights. You know, if you're running the situation. Go from there.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, if I can just get a, order request to get your, body cam.
Yeah.
After this, or, you know, what,
So yeah, that was the simple rundown of that. Like I said, I do have the video from the city manager where I went in and talked to them before I even went in. You know, got the whole ball rolling on this, and I'm sure I'll let that video out eventually. I just haven't had much time to work on that. I've been working on the thing that happened in Saline County, setting up meetings with the state's attorney over there. And then the Jefferson County thing. Actually, I don't know if I have enough time today. I was going to try to FOIA the discovery and that to start working some of the other angles of that case. But yeah, I mean, I could kind of just check this one off, on my list is kind of what I've been wanting to do. That's why I kind of wanted to put this video out there. Because I don't know, some people are like, oh, you don't have no proof that you had them officers trained and blah, blah, blah. And which I usually don't subscribe to what people say, but I think it's important to show that this kind of thing's actually working. And you're never going to know if it's actually working until we go back and do more of this and see if they've actually trained their officers, see how their officers respond to being stress tested in this certain situations. But they said that they've been trained, so it's a step in the right direction. This is the second department that they say that they've trained their officers for, violating our rights for doing what we do. And it seems like it's working. You see me going into all kinds of courthouses and buildings and not receiving any pushback nowadays. And, I don't get as many views on some of the videos, and people are like, well, you're not getting very many views and stuff. That's fine. I want to and do what we have a right to do. That's what it's all about, is educating the government on our rights. And yeah, they're not going to have as many views because there's no conflict. I don't need conflict. I'll still be doing what I do. It's never been about the money for me. It's always been about me, the people, and I just document my day-to-day actions. So that's what I'll continue to do. I continue, and I'll still be doing a few of the. There's some marijuana, I guess, that might hit up here and there just because it irritates them. I like to do that sometimes, not always, but I do it every once in a while. I've been doing very many of them because I've been just busy with these few corrupt public officials that that don't want us doing what we have a right to do, and I have to. Jefferson County, Saline County, Marion, that he tried to trespass me from, if they would have gave him the word in that Department of Children and Family Services in Marion, he would have done it. All they had to tell him was, yeah, we want him trespassed, even though he hadn't trespassed me. I wasn't being disruptive. I wasn't blocking any doors. I wasn't in a restricted area. I was just doing what I'm doing right now. I was just videoing. Yeah, but yeah, he was, I forget his name, R something. But yeah, he was a piece of work, just like making fun of me and stuff like that, which is fine if he wasn't on duty. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have had a problem with it if he wasn't on duty. Not professional, and when you put that badge on, and yeah, watching for Maine. Well, we appreciate it, Maine. Um, yeah, I mean, be using. I'm definitely going to be getting their body cams. Body cams. I'm just going to be getting all their the discovery. I'm going to be getting is all their reports and like the information from Jefferson County of like, hello Ninja, um, all the stuff that they're trying to use against me is what I'm looking for. Like the reason why they said that I couldn't be there. The state supported land. You know what I mean? It's kind of if I'm, you know, not allowed in circuit clerk's office. Oh, if you had been listening to me, you're not trespassed from there. The state police complaint. No, that was from the video that we just watched was from uh, department. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I definitely did do a on Whipper. I've done a what's called a Illinois Standards and Boards training review, and we'll be meeting with the with them. Now, on Bobby Wallace, I actually he's the one at Jefferson County. I actually done a written complaint with the Illinois State Police there. That's a Jefferson County thing, if that's what you're talking about. But yeah, I mean, these are, you know, I can kind of cross that the Mount Vernon thing off my list. So now the only two that we have left is the Jefferson County. That's the 22nd, and then the Whipper thing is the 27th, 22nd and 27th. So those are the two things that we have coming up. Then we're going to be doing some more traveling, probably maybe Indiana and probably some more Paducah or down that area. But yeah, have a meeting to go to tonight. So at about 30 minutes, so another minute or so, we're going to be getting on out of here. Oh yeah, when I went to DuQuoin, yeah, that's I done the Illinois standards and boards, Illinois professional standards and boards is the complaint I did on Whipper. That was when I went to DuQuoin the other day. Yeah, and those police officers at the Illinois State Police do not like Whipper. They've had incidents with him before, I guess. Yeah, I appreciate it. McCracken County. Yeah, I definitely will be heading to McCracken County. It's coming up in the future. But yeah, I appreciate y'all for joining me. I wanted to what's up? Yeah, I wanted to show that video, you know, just to kind of clear the air of where we was there. Warrensburg, I'm not familiar with it, but yeah, I mean, I'll go anywhere. Limitless. As far as the places I go, as far as I got time for right now, I'm trying to stay, you know, right around Jefferson, Jefferson to Saline County, just because I have a lot of stuff going on there right now. I'm trying to, get all the discovery, and then I have that, thing, but I'll be going to other places. I just, trying to loop around. Oh, Decatur? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can go to Decatur. I'll be going to St. Louis again. I'll be going to Paducah. I'm going to try to get over it. I went close to Indiana the other day. I went to Carmi. It's a pretty good drive. White County. They were nice. They called the sheriff on me for recording, but I get that every day. But yeah, I appreciate y'all for joining me. Yeah, I got a video coming out tomorrow from the VA. You might have seen a little bit of the short. Had a great experience until I was getting ready to book on out. Had one building left, and the lady just, went nuts, telling me it was private, and yeah, flipped out on me. Called the VA, please. The VA has their own law enforcement there, so. But yeah, I appreciate y'all for McCracken County. I've heard that. Yeah, I'll be going to McCracken County very, very soon. So, yeah, appreciate y'all for joining me. Have a blessed day. Show kindness. Peace.